Okay, so this is my Arizona version of Daily Decodes 812. You can check the playlist that has been added on this channel for Arizona Decodes, and here's one for you. So, an Arizona man arrested for murder in Mexico, right? Mario Alberto N. Mexico doesn't release the full names of suspects or victims. So Mario Alberto N, 25, a Tucson, Arizona resident, was charged with murder in Mexico. The Sonora Attorney General's office said victim shot near a narco shrine in Nogales. It says refers to a shrine or statue dedicated to Saint Jude Thaddeus, who is a popular saint among criminals and drug traffickers in Mexico. Known for being the saint of lost causes, these individuals uh, often use the saint's veneration to seek protection, good fortune in their illicit activities, and support for their lost causes, leading to a unique form of folk Catholicism called narco sainthood. Here's that dude right here. It says Jude the Apostle right there. Was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus. According to the New Testament, he is generally identified as Thaddeus and is also variously called Judas Thaddeus, Jude Thaddeus, Jude of James, blah, blah, blah. Um, so that's the character right there. Okay. I just went ahead and entered Jude the Apostle in the calculator here. But back to this dude here. Limited information here as well. It's like the only picture that's popping up. Okay. So this is the 25-year-old man apparently arrested, Tucson man, and this is in connection with the March 25th murder in front of a religious shrine, in this shrine in Nogales, Sonora. They arrested Mario Alberto N on the Mexican side of the Nogales Mariposa Porta entry, and this was last Wednesday. Okay, so they arrested him last Wednesday. That was September 10th. That was that same day that character Charlie Kirk got assassinated. Okay, so interesting because this was a shooting murder as well. So we get these two stories on the same day. Okay, right? The suspect and another man allegedly kidnapped Gerardo Esteban N. and it says, drove him in a white Lexus to the San Judas Tadeo Shrine along the Nogales Amuris Highway. So this is, let me see if I have a picture of that shrine right here. Let's see. I'll just pull this picture up for now. This is just another picture. Let's see if I can get this picture to come up. Okay, so just go ahead and look at that for right now, because the picture, when I click on it, it takes me out of the article. But I have screenshots coming up, so just go ahead and look at that right now. So imagine that as the Saint Judas Tadeo shrine. Okay, just momentarily. So this again. Oh, I guess I did click on it. So let me go back. Okay, so along the Nogales Amoris Highway, they told him to run and then shot him in the back. The Sonora Attorney General's office said in a statement. And again, we just get the one picture of the guy, the Tucson man that was apparently identified. Okay, it says Sonora authorities said they identified one of the suspects by his moniker of El Bolas, which I guess is Spanish and it means balls. Sought an arrest warrant and located him through intelligence gathering and information sharing from other unnamed law enforcement agencies in the Sonora, Arizona region. So again, they're very delicate and sensitive with the information that they release here. Mario Alberto N, Mexico, and it says does not release the full names of suspects or victims, appeared before a Mexican judge. So we don't even know if we can believe the pictures they give us, huh? He appears before a Mexican judge late last week, and his attorney requested more time to contest the charges. The judge ordered the suspect held in custody pending a hearing. Several murders have been reported in the vicinity of various roadside religious shrines in Nogales. Last month, police found a body with signs of violence and a bullet wound to the face next to the Capilla de la Santa Muerte, or Holy Death Sanctuary, according to the local news reports. In February, another two bodies were found there, and according to El Diario de Sonora, a dozen bodies were left there in previous years. In 2021, in the 2021 article, the New York Post reported how gang members engaged in dangerous missions, pray to Holy Death and other religious figures such as St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes, for protection. Now, I'll click on that link here now. So this allegedly is the shrine, San Judas Tadeo Shrine right here. So that pops up right there. Okay, it says chapel with religious images, mural with the image of St. Jude Thaddeus in the middle of the landscape towards Nogales, Sonora, chapels with religious images with the image of the Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ, whatever they're going to say there. But that's the picture. So I guess allegedly that's the site. Will it enlarge? You see right there. And no video that comes with this story, but sounds like it could be, we got a murder here, right? And I don't know, just putting the energy out. He's got that Tommy Hilfiger shirt on. I did look up Tommy Hilfiger. Uh, that's interesting. You got the red, white, and blue logo there, or it looks like on the Hilfiger. That's interesting because this murder was on the same day as the Charlie Kirk character, who's connected to Trump, obviously connected to America, connected to politics. So that could be interesting as well. There was also a Tommy Robinson trending story. It's a guy out of the United Kingdom who's associated with like far right activism, if I remember correctly. Tommy Robinson. So, and the suspect they say who assassinated Charlie Kirk was Tyler Robinson. So there may be something with that shirt as well. But so this is a 25-year-old, and the murder was on March 25th here. You see that? And the article comes on Wednesday, September 17th, But the murder was the previous Wednesday, September 10th. Look at how Wednesday in the language has 143, just like Mario Alberto N. They say they don't release their full names, but look at what they release. Mario Alberto N, 143 like Wednesday. And you get a double Wednesday connection with the article. Article September 17, the murder September 10th, okay? Now, this was 39 days, this murder 39 days after Arizona's birthday, which is Valentine's Day. Where's the love? 39 days after the Arizona birthday. This is a Tucson, Arizona man arrested in Mexico. Arizona equals 39 and Mexico equals 93. Okay, Arizona borders Mexico. Look at that. 39, 39, 93. Now this is just undeniable because this is a narco shrine. Victim shot near narco shrine in Nogales, Mexico. Narco equals 84. Victim shot on the 84th day of the year, and Arizona equals 84. Tell me that you can deny that. You cannot deny that. And Arizona is the 48th state, which is 84 reversed. I mean, you cannot deny that that's some kind of scripted story. Okay? Now, if these actions are taken out and, you know, somebody was murdered, then like it's like they pick and choose the stories that they're putting out there by some code, or they're acting out the violence on behalf of the code, right? So that's probably interesting but also scary a little bit, isn't it? You know, if you're born with a certain name and then you got to die on a certain day, and then there's things that happen that would cause your death. Isn't that's not good, right? Oh, okay, look, I found something with Tommy Hilfiger. Okay, I looked before and I didn't catch it. Notice how this murder was on March 25th. Look at this. I think Tommy Hilfiger's birthday is one day before that. Wow. That's how you know this is fake. The dude's got a Tommy Hilfiger shirt. Thomas Jacob Hilfiger, American fashion designer and the founder of Tommy Hilfiger Corporation. Look at this. March 24th birthday. Look at that. And dude in the article, I'm guessing is the Tucson man. He's got the Tommy Hilfiger shirt. And the murder was one day after Tommy Hilfiger's birthday. Wow. That exposes the script big time right there. Wow, that's amazing right there, man. That's incredible. Okay, so I'm going to say it's just like a simulation. It's just a fake world now. Okay? Wow. So I'm going to say that it never happened. There's no way the dude's got the Hilfiger shirt, which pops, and it's the only picture they give us. And then they say the murder was one day after Tommy Hilfiger's birthday on the 84th day of the year when Narco and Arizona equal 84, Arizona the 48th state. There's no way. They told the man to walk or to start running or whatever, or walk away or run away, and then they shot him as he was running away. And we get a partial name with apparently the guy in the image, and then they say there was another suspect connected, which we don't have a name, and then we get a name of the victim allegedly. Wow. Okay, and they say one of the suspects, look at his moniker, El Bolas, um excuse my I don't pronounce these terms well. I'm not very good in Spanish, but look at that. It means balls, but look at that 42 like Arizona. And look at the picture that's popping up here with this one picture we get with the story CBS 42. Look at that right there. When Arizona equals 42 and the guy's moniker equals 42. Sought an arrest warrant and located him through intelligence gathering and information sharing from other unnamed law enforcement agencies. Man, that is amazing. Okay, that's my thumbnail. And you see the Tommy Hilfiger again right there. That is completely amazing right there. Wow, what a connection. I just remembered to look into that. That's that Peyton Manning birthday as well, by the way. But that March 24th, Hilfiger's birthday. Wow, okay, so, and then we got Tommy Robinson, British political activist who's trending. And I did a little video on this channel about this. Far right activist. And you have Tyler Robinson, who they say is the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk gets shot on the same day that this murder happened, and you get that Tommy Hilfiger. What's up with those colors with Tommy Hilfiger? Explain the colors on the Tommy Hilfiger logo. Are they going to say, look at red, white, and blue? Oh, oh, oh. Symbolize the brand's commitment to classic American style and nautical themes. The central red-white section is based on the International Code of Signals flag for the letters H. Ooh, and you get that H, which is the eighth letter of the alphabet. Remember, Trump equals 88. That's amazing, man. Right? That's amazing, because that kind of sounds like Hilfiger and the man with the mustache, right? Who they compare to Trump right here. Austrian-born German politician who was the dictator of Germany from 33 to 45. Trump, the 45th president. That's amazing, man. That's amazing right there. And the dude who looks like him, Fred Trump, right here, in the on the far right here, or on the left right there. And remember, his middle name is Christ or Christ, right? However he says it. And then that probably connects to these saints with this shrine. So that's amazing, dude. That's amazing, man. And Tommy Robinson's middle name is Christopher. That's amazing. Wow. Man, the world is fake, okay? The world is completely rigged. These stories are completely fake. Even Narco Shrine 124, Arizona's birthday 214. So you get the same numbers there. And that's going to open up a whole nother can of worms with these numbers, getting the world stage political activists, presidents all involved. Wow. So that Hilfiger connection was absolutely amazing. So, two suspects allegedly, one of them a Tucson man. Allegedly, this might be him. Shoot this guy at this shrine, this narco shrine. Okay, so March 25th, and this story is just completely just off of a code by the language and by the numbers. Jeez, man. Fake world. Arizona man arrested for murder in Mexico. Absolutely amazing. Uh, wow. That's amazing. The Tommy Hilfiger connection, over the top here, man. Until next time, Arizona decodes.